14th of May 2017, during a live service, God's servant Brother Joshua Iginla, in a prophetic session, gave a word of prophecy to the nation North Korea, speaking specifically to her president and his intercontinental missile launch. According to his words, there is a demon that has entered the president.
There is a demon. I beg to be apologetic to the great president of North Korea, but there's a demon that have entered him. And the demon want to trigger him to shake that region, and it will affect the world. What we are saying here, the whole center will not hold, because all world power will clash. And that is what the devil. And the devil has put him at a trigger point. They are underestimating the weapon the young man has manufactured. It's not small. What God showed me, I was afraid. There will be like, this is what is going to happen. And that's why we have to pray. There will be a little withdrawal from the young man with the world power America for some time. Tension will calm down. And after some time, that demon in him will rise up again. And it is that one I want us to pray against. Because when it rises up, there is going to be a missile that will come out from North Korea. I don't know where it's going to. And that's why we have to pray.
In confirmation of the prophecy, the UN Security Council holds an emergency meeting over the 4th of July North Korea intercontinental ballistic missile launch.
Tonight, Pentagon officials confirming that the launch was an intercontinental ballistic missile. The North Koreans releasing these images of the missile, which could threaten the U.S. The country's dictator shown watching the launch through binoculars and on TV screens.
The missile launched by North Korea is more powerful and more sophisticated than anything that country has ever tested before. A two-stage intercontinental ballistic missile blasted straight up into space, some 1,700 miles high. But here is what is so alarming. If the North Koreans angle the missile's trajectory for distance instead of altitude, experts say it could travel well over 4,000 miles, meaning it could potentially hit Alaska or even come close to Seattle. Kim Jong-un gleefully calling it a package of gifts on Independence Day. In response to the North Koreans, the U.S. and South Korea launched short-range missiles up the coast of the Korean peninsula. There is still time for diplomacy, but the U.S. ambassador to the UN said today is a dark day.
Time is short. Action is required. The world is on notice.
And so let's get to Martha Raddatz in our Washington bureau tonight. And Martha, as you reported there, the Pentagon said today that the missile the North Koreans launched is something the U.S. has never seen before.
Right, David. This is exactly the kind of missile the U.S. knew the North Koreans were working on, but we never expected it to be launched this soon. Experts say it is years ahead of schedule, David.
Note how Brother Joshua Iginla explains the North Korean president's behavior and the effect on the world power.
There's a demon that have entered him. And the demon want to trigger him to shake that region, and it will affect the world. What we are saying here, the whole center will not hold, because all world power will clash. Because all world power will clash.
To my friends on the Security Council, I must say that today is a dark day. It is a dark day because yesterday's actions by North Korea made the world a more dangerous place. Their illegal missile launch was not only dangerous, but reckless and irresponsible. It showed that North Korea does not want to be part of a peaceful world.
The launch, the 10th test since President Trump assumed office, all in violation of UN resolutions and grabbing the president's attention. Tweeting this morning about Kim Jong-un, does this guy have anything better to do with his life? Hard to believe that South Korea and Japan will put up with this much longer. Perhaps China will put a heavy move on North Korea and end this nonsense once and for all.
What happens over the coming weeks and months with respect to North Korea, it's a shame that they're behaving this way, but they are behaving in a very, very dangerous manner, and something will have to be done about it.
Amidst all this tension and fear, the question is, what has God said concerning this situation? God, through his servant, Brother Joshua Iginla, has given a strict warning to the president of North Korea. These were his words.
And the young man has to be careful, because the Lord is telling me, let them not catch him like the way they catch a chicken. You know, when you are powerful and so powerful, let them not catch you like the way they catch a chicken. So the most powerful person, so it's so easy for me to be brought down just like that easily. But before that, head should not roll for nothing. I will speak in parable. You see, when you slap your father as a baby, and your father says, hey, it's not that your father does not know what to do. When you slap again, and your father says, hey, or your mother, and she hold the baby hand and put in her mouth and be playing, and the baby try to pinch the mother, and the mother is doing the face like, you know that the mother doesn't know. Your mother is petting you. One hand like this, you'll be killed like a mosquito.
When God speaks, the wise listen.